Beloved soul, there is something you need to know tonight. The heavens have whispered your name, and an angel has been sent to tell you this gentle truth. Someone you love is praying for you right now. They may not have spoken your name aloud today, they may not even be near you in distance or words, but their heart carries your spirit in secret. Their prayers rise like incense before the Lord, and the sound of your name touches the ears of heaven. This person has felt your pain without needing to ask about it. They've sensed your tiredness, the quiet ache that you hide so well. They've seen your strength, yet they know how heavy it feels to hold on. So in the quiet corners of their night, they whisper to God to protect you. They ask that peace find you before sleep does. They ask that your path be lit, that your wounds be healed, and that your heart never forgets how loved it is. You may not know their prayers by words, but your soul has felt them. Have you noticed lately how your spirit suddenly felt calm, as if something unseen touched your storm? That was prayer covering you. That was love traveling through heaven's breath. The angels say, you are not walking alone through this season. Even when it seems no one truly understands your heart, God has planted someone who does. They may not show it every day, but their soul stands guard for you when yours feels faint. As it is written, therefore confess your sins to one another and pray for one another that you may be healed. The prayer of a righteous person has great power as it is working. James 5:16 ESV. The Lord honors the prayers that come from love. He listens to the cries of a pure heart, and he is listening right now to the one who is calling your name before his throne. You might think that your struggles are unseen, but God has sent someone to carry part of your burden through prayer. Maybe it's your mother, a friend from long ago, a lover who still feels your absence, or even someone you helped once, whose soul never forgot your kindness. They remember you when they speak to God. They don't always say it to you, but every time they bow their head, your spirit is remembered. There is something sacred about being prayed for in secret. It means heaven's love moves quietly, without show, without noise, but with power that changes unseen things. It means your name is being lifted higher than your pain. You may feel like you've been forgotten, but listen, dear heart, you have not. Because love does not forget, and prayer never stops echoing once it leaves a true soul. Somewhere right now, someone's hands are clasped, and their whisper reaches the heart of God. They are saying, Lord, please take care of them. Please let them know you are near. Please bring them light when the night feels too long and heaven moves. Heaven listens. Heaven sends comfort to you because love prayed for you. You have felt it in moments you couldn't explain. The sudden peace after tears, the strange comfort in silence, the strength to rise when you were sure you couldn't. That was not coincidence. That was prayer working quietly in your life. Beloved, God wants you to know that prayer is a bridge. It connects two hearts even across oceans, across silence, across time. And when someone prays for you, that bridge becomes light. You walk upon it without knowing, but your soul arrives safely because someone cared enough to build it. Do you remember when you almost gave up, but something kept you? That something was someone's prayer. It held you. It wrapped around your spirit like a quiet hand saying, don't fall, I'm standing for you. As it is written, the Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. NEV, your heart may have been broken, but heaven was closer than you knew. And the person who loves you, even if they are silent, even if distance or misunderstanding has grown between you, their spirit still bends toward you in compassion. This is why the angels say, there are invisible threads of grace connecting you both. Each prayer they send weaves another line of light. And God himself walks upon that light to reach you. Perhaps you've been asking God, does anyone really care about me anymore? And heaven answers, yes, someone does. More than you know. That's why this message has found you today. Because their prayer has reached the point where heaven wanted you to feel it. To know that you are not forgotten. To see that love still surrounds you. Not just human love, but divine love expressed through human hearts. It is no accident that you are hearing this now. This is the moment their prayer is bearing fruit, and your soul is awakening to it. So pause for a moment, breathe, place your hand over your heart, feel it beating. That rhythm is prayer answered. That life is God's grace flowing through unseen intercession. And now, beloved, heaven invites you to do the same, to whisper a blessing for the one who is praying for you. You may not know who they are. You may only feel their love in spirit. But speak it anyway. Lord, bless the one who remembers me, for as it is written, do to others as you would have them do to you. Luke 6:31. Levi, when you bless the one who blesses you, heaven multiplies the grace between you both. You become part of an endless circle of prayer, love feeding love, light igniting light, until the whole sky glows with divine connection. If this word has touched your spirit, share it with someone you love. You never know. Your message might be the very answer to the prayer they whispered tonight. And if you feel moved, you can support this channel through a small gift or a simple prayer. Every bit of kindness helps this message continue reaching more souls who need peace, because somewhere right now, another heart is praying, and through you, their prayer will find its way home. Pause in this peace. Let your spirit rest, for you are held, remembered, and deeply loved. Beloved soul, the prayer that has been spoken for you has not vanished into the air. It has taken form in heaven. It is now moving through your life like a quiet river of light, touching moments, rearranging paths, and preparing blessings that you will soon walk into. You see, prayer does not disappear after it is spoken. It travels. It weaves through time. It becomes energy guided by God's hand, and when it is born from love, it never misses its destination. Right now, that love is shaping your tomorrow. The one who prays for you may not see the results yet, but heaven has already recorded every word they've whispered for your sake. Their tears have become seeds, and their faith has become water, and in the appointed time, you will walk through the garden that their prayer has grown. The angels want you to understand something deeper tonight. When someone prays for you, their love joins with God's will. It becomes a partnership between heaven and earth. And even if you have drifted far from peace, those prayers become a compass calling you home. It is written, "The eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are attentive to their cry." Psalm 34:15, Nevi. God hears the smallest sighs. He catches every whisper that carries your name. And even when you feel unworthy of that kind of care, he answers anyway, because love has power even when you doubt it. Maybe lately you've felt waves of emotion for no clear reason. You wake up thinking of peace. You suddenly feel hope again after days of silence. That is prayer at work. That is heaven aligning things that your mind cannot yet see. Someone's intercession has built an invisible wall of protection around you. There were things meant to harm you, but they passed by like shadows that lost their shape. There were storms that gathered, but they broke apart before reaching you. You didn't even see how close they came, because love had already stood in the gap. As it is written, "I sought the Lord, and he answered me. He delivered me from all my fears." Psalm 34:4 NIV. Your deliverance has already begun, beloved. There are things being moved out of your way because someone loved you enough to call your name before the Lord. You are being shielded by the same hands that once wiped your tears. You are being lifted by a voice you may not even hear. Heaven moves most powerfully through quiet hearts. There are souls who don't ask for recognition. They simply bow their heads and speak your name in love. And those are the souls that shift destinies. Their prayer doesn't just reach God, it changes the air around you. It opens new opportunities, softens hardened hearts, and prepares your spirit to receive what once seemed unreachable. Do you remember that time something unexpectedly worked out for you? A job, a door, a chance meeting that changed everything? That was prayer. That was divine alignment sent ahead of you. It didn't just happen. It was guided. Prayer is a mystery that heaven allows us to touch. It's how God lets love speak in the language of eternity. And right now, that eternal voice is whispering over you. Your name is echoing in heaven's chamber, and angels are being dispatched to fulfill what was prayed. The angels say, don't rush the outcome. Prayer takes root beneath the surface before the flower blooms. Even when nothing seems to be changing, the soil of your life is being turned gently by divine hands. The roots of blessing are growing deeper where your eyes cannot see. There are days you feel tired of hoping. You think, God, I've been waiting too long. But the angels want you to know, and your waiting is not wasted. The prayer covering you is working in silence. It is gathering what you need, clearing the path, and making sure that when the door opens, you are ready to walk through it with peace instead of fear. For as it is written, be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. KJV, stillness is sacred. It allows the unseen to take shape. And as you rest, God is answering. Even now, He is connecting you with the fruit of the prayer that has been planted in your name. There will come a day when you will look back and realize everything began to change the moment you were prayed for. You'll see how the small things aligned, how people appeared at just the right time, how peace replaced confusion, and how strength rose again in your weary soul. It will dawn on you that God used another's love to remind you that He never left you. Their prayer became His voice saying, you are worth fighting for. Beloved, don't underestimate the power of unseen prayer. It is the strongest form of love, because love that prays is love that believes. And love that believes is love that endures all distance and all silence. Even now, the angels are recording this message in your heart, that you are covered, you are remembered. And the person praying for you has become part of your destiny. Their prayer is not only protecting you, it is preparing the ground for your next chapter. The doors that have been hard to open will soon respond. The pain that has been hard to heal will soon find release. Because someone's prayer has placed your life in God's gentle hands again. When love and faith join together, miracles are born quietly, not with noise, but with peace. If this message has brought peace to your soul, share it with someone who may need it too. There might be a person out there right now longing for the same comfort you've just felt. And through your simple act, you might become the answer to their prayer. And if you feel led, you can support this channel through prayer, sharing, or a small offering. Each gesture helps us spread the peace of God to more hearts who need to be reminded of His love. Now breathe softly. Let gratitude rise in your spirit. Whisper, thank you, Lord, for those who pray for me. For that whisper alone is enough to open heaven's gates once more. Beloved soul, you have felt the warmth of prayer in unseen ways. You have been carried by grace that came through another's whisper. And now heaven is ready to show you something tender, something sacred, the face behind the prayer. For every prayer has a voice, and every voice has a heart. And when the time is right, God allows the light of revelation to fall gently upon that heart, so that you may recognize the one who stood for you in silence. The angels say, God has been preparing this moment for you, not just to comfort you, but to awaken something divine inside your spirit. Because to know you have been prayed for is to remember that you are worthy of love that expects nothing in return. There is someone whose soul has been tied to yours by divine timing. Their prayers have been constant, their faith unwavering, even when you walked in different seasons, even when silence stretched long between you. They never stopped believing that your light would rise again. This person may not even know why they think of you so often. They may not understand why your name appears in their heart during prayer, but God knows, and He placed you there on purpose. As it is written, I thank my God every time I remember you. In all my prayers for all of you, I always pray with joy. Philippians 1:3-4 NIV. You see, divine love is not always loud. Sometimes it hides behind daily kindness, in a message you haven't read yet, in a dream that feels too real to ignore, or in the way your heart softens when you think of a certain soul. This is not coincidence. It is connection, woven by prayer, held by grace, guided by God. The angels want you to open your heart now. because soon you will begin to recognize signs of who this person truly is. They might reach out after a long silence. They might appear in a moment when you need strength the most. Their presence will feel like peace returning home. You will not need to question it. Your soul will remember. It will say, "This is the one who stood for me when I could not stand for myself." Their words will not always be dramatic, but their energy will carry something holy, the residue of every prayer they have spoken for you. When they look at you, you will feel seen in ways words cannot express. Because prayer changes the eyes that see you. It teaches them to love you the way heaven does. Beloved, this connection is not ordinary. It is a divine appointment. It may lead to reconciliation, to deeper friendship, or even to sacred love. But above all, it will lead you back to faith. This person's role in your life is not just to love you, but to remind you that God never abandoned you. Through their presence, you will feel what it means to be loved without demand. And through your gratitude, they will feel God's joy flowing back through their prayers. It is a circle of divine exchange. Love given, love received, love transformed. When the Lord connects two souls through prayer, He allows their bond to become a mirror of His own love, pure, patient, and everlasting. As it is written, "Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things." Love never fails. 1 Corinthians 13:7-8, ESV. This is the kind of love being born around you now, a love that doesn't fade with time or distance, because it was first planted in prayer. You may wonder why you had to wait so long to feel this peace. It is because the soil of your heart had to soften first. You had to learn stillness to allow God's timing to unfold. And in that waiting, the one who prays for you was also growing, learning to trust, learning to surrender. Both of you were being shaped in the secret place. Now, the season of awakening begins. The prayers they've spoken for you are beginning to manifest in opportunities, in restoration, in unexpected joy. God is aligning what was once broken, bringing together what was once scattered. If you have felt their spirit near you lately, in dreams, in memories, in quiet intuition, that is because heaven is slowly unveiling the truth. You were never forgotten. You were never alone. You were always loved through prayer. And when you meet again, whether in person or through spirit, you will feel the familiarity of heaven itself. Because prayer leaves fingerprints on the soul. It marks us with recognition deeper than time. The angels say, "Do not rush this revelation. Let it unfold as God intends." The more you rest in peace, the clearer the signs will become. Your discernment will sharpen, and you will know without confusion who this person is and why their love was sent. And when you do, thank God first, because every prayer that covered you was part of His greater plan to lead you into light. And, beloved, take a moment now. Close your eyes. Breathe gently. Say in your heart, "Lord, thank you for the one who prays for me." Bless them with the same peace they've spoken over my life. That small prayer releases waves of blessing back to them, because love that gives always receives. Now listen closely. The angels whisper this final message for your heart. You are stepping into a new season of answered prayers. The ones prayed for you, and the ones you've cried in silence, they are converging now. Heaven is writing your restoration in golden ink. And the love that once prayed for you will soon stand beside you, not as a mystery, but as a living testament of God's faithfulness. As it is written, "The Lord has heard my cry for mercy. The Lord accepts my prayer." Psalm 6:9 IV. Your prayers have been accepted. Theirs have been received. And the meeting point of those prayers is where miracles are born. If this message has touched your heart, share it with someone you love. Be the vessel that carries peace forward. And if you feel led, support this sacred space through prayer, a word of kindness, or a small gift, so that messages like this continue reaching hearts that have forgotten how loved they are. Remember this truth, dear soul. You were never unseen. You were never unloved. For someone's prayer has always been holding you. And now, God Himself is answering through this moment of peace. Rest now in that knowing. Let the light of divine love fill you, because tonight someone is praying for you still, and heaven is listening, beloved soul. You have walked through a holy revelation. You have felt the warmth of someone's secret prayers. You have seen how heaven listens when love speaks. And now God is inviting you into the next step of this divine exchange. It is time for you to become the prayer. The angels say, what you have received in spirit is not meant to end with you. It is meant to overflow, to move through your heart like water finding another thirsty soul. For every time you pray for the one who once prayed for you, a new river begins to flow, a circle of grace that never runs dry. You are being called now to speak blessings over those who have carried you in silence. Not only the ones who loved you purely, but also the ones who misunderstood you, who hurt you, who left you. Because true prayer is freedom, and the soul that forgives becomes the soul that heals the world. As it is written, bless those who curse you, pray for those who mistreat you. Luke 6:28. NV. When you choose to pray instead of resent, you align yourself with heaven's heart. You begin to speak God's language, the language of mercy. You have no idea how powerful your voice becomes when it rises not from bitterness, but from love. The same angels who once carried prayers for you now stand ready to carry your prayers for others. They move with wings made of light, and wherever your compassion travels, they follow. There is someone right now, a person whose spirit trembles under the same kind of heaviness you once knew. They may be walking through confusion, through regret, through deep loneliness. You may not even know their name, but God does, and He is asking you to lift them up, the way someone once lifted you. Every prayer you release today becomes a seed of divine reciprocity. You send peace, and peace returns. You release forgiveness, and forgiveness heals you. You bless others, and blessing becomes your atmosphere. Beloved, you are not the same soul you were when this journey began. You have been touched by unseen intercession, and that touch has made you tender. Do not hide it. Let it flow through you. Because the world is healed by the ones who refuse to keep love to themselves. The angels say, it is time to remember your own power to intercede. Do not wait for perfect words. Simply speak from your spirit. God understands tears, He understands silence, He understands the language of longing. When your heart aches for someone, that ache itself is prayer in motion. Heaven hears it before you speak, and when you surrender it in trust, it becomes light that travels faster than time. As it is written, the Spirit Himself intercedes for us through wordless groans. Romans 8:26 NIV. Even your sighs are sacred. Even your quiet compassion moves mountains. Beloved, some of the greatest miracles in your life will not come from things you ask for, but from the prayers you give away. Because what you release in faith returns to you multiplied in peace. There is something holy about returning the love that once covered you. Maybe that person who prayed for you still needs prayer now. Maybe their faith is trembling. Maybe their heart is waiting for comfort the same way yours once did. God is calling you to stand in the gap for them, to say, Lord, as they prayed for me, now I pray for them. Let their life overflow with joy. Let their path be full of light. When you do this, heaven smiles, because the divine circle becomes complete. What began as mercy finds its way home through gratitude. This is how souls grow closer to God, not through perfection, but through remembrance. Through giving back the love that once saved them. Do not think that your prayers are too small to matter. The smallest whisper of blessing can travel further than you imagine. It can heal a heart across oceans. It can lift a stranger out of despair. It can change a day that felt doomed into a day of quiet hope. You are not powerless, dear soul. You are a vessel of intercession. Your faith, even in its gentlest form, can open heaven's gates. So tonight, before you sleep, speak softly into the silence. Lord, bless the one who prayed for me. Bless those I love, and even those who have forgotten me. Let peace follow them like sunlight follows dawn. And as you whisper these words, Imagine them as light leaving your chest, rising upward like golden smoke, and spreading out until it touches every soul meant to feel it. You may not see the result immediately, but you will feel it in the warmth that fills your chest, in the calm that settles over your mind, in the joy that rises for no reason at all. That is love returning home. As it is written, "Give, and it will be given to you." A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap. Luke 6:38 Niv. Your prayer is your offering, and God never lets offerings of love go unnoticed. The angels want you to know your journey with this message is not ending here. It is only beginning, because now you are becoming what you once received. You are becoming the one who prays in secret, the one who holds others in light, the one who keeps love alive in a world that often forgets. So walk gently, beloved. Let peace be your path. And whenever you feel the urge to pray for someone, know that it is heaven moving through you again, the same way heaven once moved for you. If this message has filled your heart with warmth, share it with someone who needs peace tonight. You never know, you might be the reason they feel loved again, and if you wish to help these messages continue, you can support through prayer, kindness, or a simple gesture of gratitude. Each act helps this light reach more souls who are searching for hope. Rest now, dear one. Let peace wrap around you. For tonight, as you sleep, the angels will carry your prayers to those who once carried you. And together you will complete the sacred circle of love that never ends. Beloved soul, you have entered a new season of your journey, a season where heaven begins to return what love has sown through you. Every prayer you've spoken in sincerity, every tear you've whispered in faith, every moment you've lifted another soul before God, none of it has been forgotten. The angels say, your prayers are beginning to return to you as living answers. They are no longer just words in the air. They are becoming moments, encounters, blessings that appear like sunrise after a long night. God is rewarding the love that once prayed for others in secret. He is returning the comfort you gave, the mercy you extended, the forgiveness you offered. You may not recognize it at first, but every moment of peace that now finds you is grace coming home. As it is written, your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you. Matthew 6:6, NIV. The Lord saw your secret prayers, beloved. He saw you when you chose kindness instead of revenge, when you interceded for others, even while your own heart was breaking. He saw the way you loved quietly, without needing to be seen, without needing to be praised. And now heaven is moving to honor that hidden faith. This is the hour of divine return. The seeds you planted through compassion are beginning to bloom, not all at once, but one by one, in the perfect rhythm of God's timing. There will be moments when someone unexpectedly helps you, when doors open without struggle, when peace follows you like a soft wind. Do not call it luck, call it harvest. Because love never dies, it only waits for its season to bloom, as it is written. Let us not grow weary in doing good, for in due season we will reap, if we do not give up. Galatians 6:9, ESV, you are entering your season of reaping. The prayers that once left your lips in tears are now returning to you as blessings wrapped in joy. The same energy that once flowed from your heart toward others is circling back like a divine echo, carrying miracles in its arms. There will come a day soon, beloved, when you will wake up and realize the pain you once prayed through has become the place where God planted your peace. The people you prayed for are now sending prayers for you without even knowing. The love you gave away freely is returning in the form of friendships, opportunities, and divine encounters, because God is faithful to balance all things. He does not allow any act of love to vanish. He transforms it and sends it back multiplied. Sometimes your answer will not come as you expected. It may not come as wealth or recognition, but as a calmness you can't explain. A sense that you are held, safe, and guided, even when the world around you feels uncertain. That peace itself is proof of divine reward. The angels say, heaven is aligning new people around you, souls whose hearts carry the same gentleness, the same light that you've been growing in silence. They are your soul family, sent by God to walk beside you in this new chapter. Some of them will speak the same language of faith, others will recognize your spirit before your words. They will see your light and not compete with it, but protect it. And through them, God will show you what it means to receive the love you once gave away. You may meet them through work, through service, through chance encounters that don't feel like chance at all. Their presence will bring peace. Their timing will bring confirmation. Their hearts will feel familiar, as if heaven reintroduced you to souls you once prayed for in another season. As it is written, delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Psalm 37:4. ESV, you delighted yourself in him, beloved, not by chasing blessings, but by becoming one. And now he is fulfilling the hidden desires that even you forgot how to ask for. Watch for signs of answered prayer in the smallest places, in a smile that feels like home, in a sudden opportunity that feels tailor-made, in a letter or message that seems to arrive exactly when your spirit needs it. These are not coincidences. They are the responses to every quiet prayer that left your soul in faith. Heaven wants you to know that miracles do not always arrive with thunder. Sometimes they come softly, through peace that lingers, through people that stay, through strength that returns after surrender. This is how God rewards prayer, not with noise, but with gentleness. Because love that has learned to pray in secret deserves peace that does not have to shout. The angels say, you are walking beneath an open heaven now. Your obedience to love has unlocked favor that was waiting for you. Things that once delayed are moving again. Paths that were hidden are becoming clear, and blessings that seemed far are drawing near. Every act of kindness you gave is now echoing in eternity, returning as a melody of abundance, guidance, and divine fulfillment. As it is written, the Lord will open the heavens, the storehouse of his bounty, to send rain on your land in season and to bless all the work of your hands. Deuteronomy 28:12, NIV. This is your season of rain, beloved. The dry places are about to bloom again. Your prayers have tilled the ground of your destiny, and now heaven is watering it with grace. But remember, your reward is not only in receiving, it is in continuing the flow of love. Keep praying for others. Keep blessing, even when no one watches. Keep loving, even when it feels unnoticed. Because every act of secret love adds another layer of protection over your own life. If this message has reached your soul tonight, pause and whisper, thank you, Lord, for hearing me even when I did not speak. Thank you for remembering every prayer I forgot I prayed. And in that whisper you will feel heaven lean closer. You will sense peace expanding inside you, as if light itself is breathing through your chest. That is the confirmation. Your prayers are alive. Your faith has not been in vain. Your love has been seen, and now it is being returned. So rest, beloved. Let gratitude wash over you, because the same God who once whispered your name to someone's heart is now writing your blessings into being. As you sleep, the angels will stand guard around your dreams, and by morning, a new peace will be waiting to greet you, a peace that says you are loved, you are rewarded, and heaven has answered. Beloved soul, the angels whisper that heaven is now aligning the paths of two hearts that have been praying for each other in silence. What once felt delayed, what once felt forgotten, is now unfolding under divine timing. The prayers you sent upward have not disappeared into the sky. They have been circling, weaving, gathering light, and now those threads of divine love are pulling you and your soulmate closer again. Yes, the one who has been praying for you. They have been calling your name, not always with their lips, but with their spirit. Their heart speaks to God on your behalf, even when they didn't know why they missed you, or why their dreams returned to you. Heaven knew. Because some souls are written together in eternity, and no earthly distance can erase what God has joined in spirit, as it is written, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Jeremiah 1:5. NIV, and God whispers now, I did not only know you, beloved, I also knew the one your heart would recognize in me. The angels say this connection has been protected. Even through silence, even through separation, heaven has been preserving what is sacred. Both of you needed to walk through lessons, to grow into the fullness of what your love was meant to hold. Your prayers and their prayers have been meeting in the middle, like light meeting light. And now those prayers are unlocking divine signs. You will begin to notice the alignment. Numbers repeating when you think of them. Songs that carry their essence. Dreams that feel more like memories than imagination. Synchronicities that remind you the connection is still alive. This is not your mind replaying the past. This is your spirit recognizing divine timing. Because now, heaven says, the season of waiting is turning into the season of return. You may not expect how it happens, but something in your spirit will know when the shift comes. Perhaps it will begin with a message or a random thought that stirs peace, not pain. Perhaps someone will mention their name unexpectedly, or you will simply feel a deep knowing that something has moved in the unseen. That is because the angels have been moving. They have been preparing both hearts for reunion. They have been healing misunderstandings, restoring strength, and cleansing the old energy that once blocked divine union. You are no longer chasing, beloved. You are aligning, and alignment always feels peaceful, never frantic. Heaven says, the one who has been praying for you has surrendered their fear. They have realized that love does not vanish in silence. It matures. Their heart has been softened by grace. Their soul has been awakened to your energy again. They remember you, not just as a person, but as a prayer that once changed their life. For some, this person will soon reach out not because they want closure, but because their spirit seeks reconnection. They have seen you in their dreams. They have felt your peace when they prayed, and they are beginning to realize that their heart always felt safest with you. But beloved, listen gently. This story is not just about romance. It is about divine fulfillment. Because the prayers that once held another soul were shaping you into the vessel God designed you to be. And that transformation is the true miracle. You are no longer the version of yourself who waited in pain. You are now the one who loves in faith. And because of that, heaven can trust you with a love that lasts. As it is written, no good thing will he withhold from those who walk uprightly. Psalm 84:11. ESV. The angels say, you are about to witness a miracle of divine timing. God has not forgotten the desire of your heart. He has simply been preparing both souls to meet again, not from wounds, but from wholeness. When this person returns, there will be no confusion, no fear, no chasing, only peace. Because what is from God never forces, it flows. You will look at them and recognize everything I prayed for is standing before me, and they will feel the same. Because when souls are divinely aligned, words are no longer needed. The heart already knows. Heaven also reminds you. For some, reunion will not mean romance, but reconciliation, a healing that finally releases both souls into peace. Because love's true purpose is not always to possess, but to restore. So whichever form your divine answer takes, receive it with gratitude. Because either way, God's promise is being fulfilled. The angels say there will be a confirmation soon, a message, a dream, a divine sign that brings undeniable peace. It will not stir your anxiety. It will still your spirit. That's how you'll know it's from heaven. If this message has reached you now, the angels invite you to place your hand over your heart and whisper, Lord, I receive your divine timing. I trust your hand to reunite what belongs together. And I thank you for the prayers being answered even now. When you speak these words, you shift the energy from waiting to receiving. You tell heaven you are ready, not desperate but devoted. And then, beloved, miracles begin to move faster. You will notice new peace in your mornings, as if the air itself feels softer. You will notice yourself thinking of them with compassion instead of ache. You will feel lighter, because your spirit knows something has been released and something holy is on its way. The angels say, the person who has been praying for you is also sensing this shift. Their heart is opening, their spirit is being guided. Soon they will see the same signs you've been seeing, the same numbers, the same songs, the same divine whispers. Because heaven mirrors the message to both sides when union draws near, do not chase the sign. Live in gratitude. Do not rush the process. Live in trust. Because every sunrise now carries divine intention. Every breath now carries answered prayer. As it is written, be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. KJV, be still, beloved, for your stillness is no longer emptiness. It is expectancy. Heaven is working. Love is returning. And your destiny is unfolding exactly on time. The angels say you're about to witness a holy reintroduction. Two souls, refined by time and prayer, meeting again, not to repeat but to redeem. So rest tonight. Let peace be your prayer. Let faith be your song. Because the one who has been praying for you is closer than ever. And soon their prayer will become your answered promise.